What is going on, Patreon Squad? Hopefully you guys are having a good one today. Coming at you guys a little soon after our last discussion, but there was a fun little topic I wanted to go through today and share my opinions on. If my mic's popping a little bit, forgive me. I'm messing around with this new little recorder thing that kind of filters out some background noise. I was having issues with it earlier, worked around with it. I think it's good now, but we'll see. I've already recorded this once. I'm going to record a video separately later where I'll kind of edit some stuff together and maybe get my opinions more concise, but this is just kind of my, I guess, second time going through this update vlog at this point, so I kind of know what's going on. But the fun part about this is client features and the upcoming testing. As well, if you've been a viewer of the channel for a while, you'll know that I have been avidly pushing for the base client to get some sort of upgrades. Like, the Jagex client has essentially nothing, and RuneLite absolutely demolishes it in every way possible. I think it's bad for the game because everyone that plays the game is going to feel like they have to play on this weird client that isn't even associated with the game, so it's just like, it's not a clear-cut thing. And it's not very safe, because, I mean, if you encourage those types of things, then people do other things like that, which is typically not what you want. So, point being, finally, they've done it. So, going through the update blog, essentially, they talk about here how they have hired some people within their own team and an external team to help them work on their client, which is just amazing to hear. I love the idea of that. I mean, it's been something I've been pushing for a while. Apparently, they've been working on it for like 8 to 12 months, but they haven't really said anything, which is probably for the better, or else people would be hounding them on when stuff is going to come out, and nothing's even come out yet, so I can only imagine what it would be like. So, can't say anything much more in that regard. I am very happy. But as far as the testing, they said essentially this is kind of focused around the Steam client. I know that Jagex launched their client on Steam and it didn't really do too well because, of course, everyone's playing the RuneLite client. So that's what they're going to be kind of focusing on, and from there they'll branch out, I'm guessing, into their own client, and they also mentioned mobile, and maybe whatever else is needed, I guess, going forward. But they also talk about how this is like a long-term thing that they're planning on doing for a while, which is just really, really nice. Can't be any happier, honestly. I didn't really think that this was going to happen at all. So seeing this was just such a nice thing. As far as the features, they kind of go through it a little bit because obviously people are going to want that. They talk about how this is going to take longer than most people are probably going to anticipate, which again is why they didn't really, tell us about it. In addition, they mention Adam, who is the, I guess, owner or creator of RuneLite, and essentially he is a helper in this formation, so that is good, rather than him being like some sort of enemy that they're trying to destroy. Apparently they have a good relation, which I've known, I guess, for a while, because obviously RuneLite and Jagex opinions, I guess, on the game go hand in hand. RuneLite will make things, and then Jagex kind of tinker and tell them what they can and can't have, and so obviously it's been a decent relationship, but that's good to see. It's a well-functioning, working relationship. Ultimately, they said that the first batch is going to be dropped June 23rd, so 8 days from now, and going through what they have, this is kind of the initial features. Obviously, they'll be working towards more in the future. They mentioned that these are not going to be pulled. Hopefully in a while they will be pulled, but we don't know. They also mentioned that there's going to be more of this to come. It's just going to take time. So, as far as the set here, we have enemy HP bar, HUD, which is like the nice little square in a corner somewhere, mouse over tooltips, I'm guessing that's like food and potion notes and whatnot to tell you what to do, or I guess what they do, regeneration timer HUD, which is good, chat timestamps, really like that, chat history on logout/world hop, like that a lot too. Those are two things that honestly I don't play the main client, but if I didn't have them, they would be noticeable. Especially the logout chat disappearing. It's pretty annoying. For the second little batch here, I guess it's all one batch, but they spread it out through 2 or 3 pictures. So attack style, stat boosting, fishing spot indicators, client window settings, and Chamber of Xeric helper. Love to see the Chamber of Xeric stuff. I mean, I'm glad they're going to embrace that, because people at this point are too into the weeds in that, and it's just kind of what is the meta at this point, what everyone's used to, so that's fair. And it also shows that they're going to help high-level players, not just cater to the noobs on this. Anti-drag setting, ground tile markers, and infrastructure for future milestones. That is lovely. Apparently, I think the settings, this is where most of it's going to be, in the settings tab. I wish, I mean, maybe eventually once there's more going on, that they have some little sidebar like RuneLight. I think that is a really good option. Beside that, they're kind of going through some of these things. Okay, so yeah, you can see the boosting areas, the fishing spots, but even like the fishing spots, I feel like that doesn't even look good. Maybe RuneLights look like that sometimes. I don't know. I feel like RuneLights look pretty decent, but who knows. Beyond that, though, they do talk about how they're going to do more going forward, and then some questions and answers that they kind of go through. The first one, why did the project come about? I think that's pretty obvious. It had to. Well, it didn't have to, but it would be a great help if it did. The new features to be available on Steam. Why isn't there a poll? Because all of these are universally accepted, basically. What does that mean for other third-party clients? You can still use them, but they have to adhere to the guidelines. Hopefully someday there's no third-party clients in my ideal world, but who knows. If you've been working on this project for so long, why haven't you told us about it? Because they don't want people getting their hopes up. Why are you favoring RuneLight? Because RuneLight's the OP client. And essentially, that is about all they have to say in regards to that. I'm going to do a video kind of talking a little bit more about some of the things that I think are important, and just making a happy video, because a lot of people, and myself included, you know, will make videos whenever things aren't great. Most of my videos are pretty happy, but you know, my Jagex related ones, it's typically like what I wish the game could get better at, and that's just because that's the one thing I can change. You know, if the game's already good at certain things, I can't really change that, but I can applaud them whenever stuff like this happens, and I'm genuinely surprised. So I'll give it to them. This time they got it. Hopefully this continues. I would love to see it continue to flourish, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this little run through. If you did, you know, I appreciate you hanging, and that's about it. Not much more you gotta do other than that. Hopefully you guys have a good week, and we'll be back again soon with more update discussion.